And that's kind of just, you know, just another example of, you know, people enjoy. Dude, fucking just getting pelted with fucking gravel here. It's fucking bullshit, man. Chip seal. Chip seal. Well, time to do some more editing. Joke. Joke. Good Lord. Bullshit. Well, welcome back everybody to Sodak Motorcycle Vlog. Once again, a lovely June day here in South Dakota. So if you're wondering what way the wind's coming from today, from the southeast. At, you guessed it, 45 freaking miles an hour, because that's just kind of how the spring has been. It's either northwest or southeast. 45 mile an hour winds. And if it ain't blowing 45 miles an hour, just wait a few hours, it will. But anyways, coming to you here on Juneteenth, 19th of June. Out here enjoying my newfound federal holiday, thanks to my employment with the federal government. I know, us federal employees are lazy enough when we got another day off. But I tell you this much, I'm pretty sure that there's a federal job probably available in your area. So if you want to take advantage of, you know, holidays and decent pay, good health benefits, we're open, we have jobs. So, but anyways, so tomorrow morning we're heading to Colorado for our Midwest meet and greet for the Green Knight, so looking forward to that. But tonight we're out and about because, well, I need to go mail a letter. Actually, I got to do more than that. Actually, we're going to bike night. We're going to do a meeting at bike night, which, okay, cool. Although I would recommend that your club avoids bike nights for meetings, because it's kind of really hard to get anything done in them. A lot of stuff going on, people are distracted by crap. It's hard to keep people focused, but that's the way it is. We don't have a clubhouse, so that's what we do. And like I said, this is your stereotypical night before the big trip. So the bike is ready to go. It's pretty much packed up. Essentially, when I get home tonight, I'm probably going to throw just about all the rest of my bags on it, strap them all down, put her to bed, or put him to bed, and wake up early tomorrow and go riding. So hopefully the weather cooperates. Looks like it's going to be a cold morning again tomorrow morning. A little better than this morning. This morning it got down into the 30s, so it was definitely a cold night for June. My original plan was we were gonna go have a lake day today, but like I said, as cold as it was, I don't think it got above 60 degrees until like 1 o'clock today, so not really good for a lake day. Jesus. And yeah, this is all the wind kind of pushing me around right now. You know what helps when you're trying to get on the highway? This is a pro tip for you. Is if you see a gap, speed up and take the stupid thing. Don't pull this, I don't know if I should take this spot, I don't know what to do, I'm gonna be all nervous and slow, and just frickin' take your gap, man. Pretty simple. I know they say that defensive driving's the best way to drive. I say no, that's not necessarily the case, because sometimes you got to go a little bit on the offensive when you're driving. Just how it is. And our gas is playing around again. So it was $3.49 yesterday, now it's $3.48 today. I would guess by next week it'll be $3.39 again, and it will pop back up and go back down. It's kind of been all over the place, but at least it's not like $4 gas or more, so that's good. I mean, it is if you use premium, but I don't use premium, and I do not need premium per my owner's manual. Also, I can run ethanol on this. And no, I've never had an issue with my fuel system getting gummed up in anything I've owned. But I also take care of it, so that's a big important deal. I don't just throw a fresh load of ethanol fuel into the bike and then just let it sit there for 5 months. Alright, well, I'm gonna go mail this letter and go check out bike night, and maybe we'll see you in the morning, I guess. Alright, let's see what we got here tonight. Oh, the KTM racing team is here. Well, ain't that cool? Ain't that fancy? Yep, I ride a whole Honda Goldwing and I go to bike night, because, yeah, what are you gonna do about it, huh? That'll work.
The next day.
Well, it is the next day. Heading into town to get fueled up, meet up and link up and go. And I tell you what, that way to the west is looking beautiful. Unfortunately, we're going that way. Well, kind of that way. Basically going south out of Rapid City on South Dakota 79. Because yeah, we're a lot more north of Denver than we are west. Actually, we're actually probably just a little bit, if you draw a state line, I bet you we're maybe 40 miles to the east of the Front Range if you went like just straight south. But here's some perspective. Highway 85 goes through Spearfish, which is about 45 miles to the west of us, and it ends up running through Denver, Colorado. And actually Highway 85, essentially once you hit Cheyenne, Wyoming, Highway 85 is I-25 pretty much all the way to the end. So because 85 does go all the way down to El Paso, so yeah. Weather-wise though, I mean, it's not too bad here. It's 54 degrees. I am concerned though about, you know, where that fog bank starts, and I think it's going to be here in about 10 miles. So I have a sneaking suspicion that pretty much until we get down to Maverick Junction, which is the turnoff for Hot Springs, I think we're going to be anywhere from this to pretty much full on fog. So it's just part of the deal. I mean, it wouldn't be a clutch trip somewhere on the motorcycle without waking up and, you know, a cloudy, dreary morning. That's just kind of that's kind of a trademark of most of my trips. Although generally for me, it always seems to be that first day is always the one that kind of sucks, like right away leaving here. So maybe this is a good omen. You know, a dreary morning here probably means good, clear, sunny days when we get down south. Although I can assure you we are going to get wet. I mean, we're taking 2 rides in the mountains 2 of those days we're down there, so there's no way that not one of those 2 days in the mountains that we get wet. That's just part of riding in the mountains. But as it always is when you're riding a motorcycle, it's just kind of, well, part of the territory. Well, we are off like a herd of turtles. We are south of Rapid City on 79. You can see it's spitting a little bit. Not too bad though. We definitely got into the fog as I suspected we would. But that's okay because we're going south. Every time I go to work in the morning, I'm driving to town, going southeast. You look to the south every morning, you're like, man, I just want to keep going. I want to keep going to pretty much every day. I want to keep going to Colorado every day. So when I finally get that opportunity, man, it's awesome. I love it. Absolutely love it. Well, temp-wise, it's 57 degrees. It's actually, the fog and the clouds have actually kind of been a little bit of a blessing because it's kept it a little bit warmer here. It was definitely colder at home, so you know, sometimes you get lemons, you got to make some lemonade. So, but got underway about 6:40, so I said 06, and I figured if we were leaving by 07, I'd be happy. So, fun tip: if you're planning a trip and you're figuring out what time to leave, figure out your time that you absolutely want to be gone by, and then make it an hour earlier. And here's why: because if you do that, all your stragglers will get there in plenty of time to make your no later than time. But don't tell people you're doing that. Keep that as closely guarded a secret as you can, but that's how I do it. Now granted, that may mean you may spend a lot of time waiting on people because you probably get there way early, but you know what, I'd rather be waiting on people than them waiting on me. That's just kind of always been kind of my mentality. So, but all's well. Basically, you know, had a luggage issue, which, hey, that happens. You know, new luggage bag, trying to figure out how it's set up, but like I said, we are moving now, so probably gonna check in with you a little bit later. But hey, guess what? Looks like we're starting to see a little bit of sun, which is good news, because my God, it got really bad there by Lusk, right down to maybe 1/8 of a mile visibility. So we can see a lot further than that now. Our temperature is up to 70. I'm starting to get a little warm. Actually, I think we're gonna open some vents right now. That'll help. But our next stop is gonna be Torrington, and we're gonna peel some layers there, fuel up again, probably be good to go for another little bit. The reason why I always stop in Torrington and I try to avoid Lusk is because, well, Lusk, there's only really one gas station. There's like 4 pumps there, or 6, and it's a madhouse. And today was no exception, and I didn't think about it when I was there, but every pump was filled up. There's about 8 vehicles parked along the side of it, 6 motorcycles all over the place. As usual, Lusk was crazy busy. So if you're coming up Highway 85, I would highly recommend, if your fuel window can allow it, stop in Torrington, and don't stop till either you hit Edgemont if you're coming over on 18, or Newcastle if you're staying on 85. If you can make your fuel window last like that, go for it. Or if it's a little tight, you can try Lingle too. So Lingle's about 10 miles to the, well, technically it's Highway 85 north, but kind of north and west, about 10 miles from Torrington. So you can try that too if you need a little bit more fuel. But like I said, if you can avoid Lusk, I would absolutely do it, at least for fuel anyway. Cancel. I mean, there is I still haven't figured out what function of words I say that makes the Senna think I'm asking it to do something, but I'm probably never figure it out. But anyways, I think there's a pretty decent bar there to eat at. I know the 2 Lane Life Boys have ate there quite a few times. They stay at that hotel there too quite a bit, but I'd say if you just need fuel, just try your darndest to stay out of Lusk, because it's way too busy of a town. Really what they need is they need to build a nice big little Maverick on the south side of town, and that would alleviate a lot, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. But anyways, yeah, we're about, I'd say we're probably about 20 miles away from Torrington now. Probably won't check in there, but we will definitely check in later. For the record, nothing screws up a good road like a chip seal. So if you don't know what a chip seal is, consider yourself lucky. Because basically what a chip seal is they just throw a bunch of oil down, a bunch of loose gravel down, and they just have the traffic pack it down. And it's supposedly to keep the road fixed, but if you ask me, nothing screws up a perfectly good road like a chip seal. And I live in chip seal country, and I can tell you this much, never been that impressed by it. I mean, it does a good job of throwing a bunch of dust around and breaking windshields and everything like that, but that's about it. So I'm sure some traffic engineer is going to come on here and tell me, oh well, you know, it adds on average 7 years to the road. Well, like I said, all it does is just causes a bunch of dust. You still have the bumps, you still have the cracks. There's nothing other than that. So like I said, nothing screws up a perfectly good road like a chip seal. But it is what it is, I guess. Needless to say, we will not be taking Highway 85 back. I can assure you of that. Well, we are in Colorado. There's mountains right off in front of me, kind of right there. You can't see them in the GoPro, but trust me, they're there. It is a little hazy today. It's kind of a Colorado day, you know. But I tell you, man, you see that Colorado sign, I look to my right and I see the mountains. I'm like, hell yeah. Hell freaking yeah. I'm back, baby. And just like that, make no mistake about it, Clutch is back in Colorado. Like I said, man, I see those mountains, I'm like, hell yeah. God, I love coming down here. This is like one of my favorite places to come. If you can't figure it out already, if you've been around for a minute with the Sodak motorcycle blog, you'll notice there's a lot of Colorado content on here because, well, I'm down here a lot. And part of the reason is, well, it's close. I mean, what are we at? We're about 6 hours, 6 riding hours, well, probably about 7.5 riding hours from my house. If we were in a car, it'd probably be about 6.5, maybe 6. But yeah, it's so close for one thing. I have family down here, that also helps. And like I said, the place is just, it's freaking awesome. I mean, like, I kind of, Colorado in my mind, I almost sometimes think about it's almost a second home to me, even though I'm not here a lot. But I don't know, it feels like a place that I would do just fine at, for sure. And yeah, it's got its faults, and yeah, there's all the Californians are here now, but I don't know. Not a bad place to me, that's for sure. Just something about it, man. And who knows, maybe it'd be different if I think a lot of it's tied to my sports teams, that a lot of them that I come to gravitate towards at a pretty young age. You know, gravitated towards the Broncos pretty young. Not really towards the Rockies because I was a Twins fan, but gravitated towards the Broncos. Came and then became an Avs fan pretty much when they moved here. Because I was kind of needing one, because, well, I didn't have one in Minnesota at that time because frickin' North Stars decided to leave, sons of bitches. Then kind of picked up on, I'll admit to you, I picked up on the Nugs quite a bit later, like maybe 2 years ago. Was when I kind of started paying attention to them, and last year I was really began following them. Obviously the playoffs, championship helped, so definitely started as a fair weather in that one. So yeah, like that helps too. As is typical, looks like we got some thunderheads over the mountains. That's nothing new. That's a typical day here in Colorado. So, but I think we're gonna go find something to eat, and I don't know. I'll check in with you later, I guess. Well, big moment coming up here. We're at 99,998 miles, about to hit 100,000. I've had it since about 54,000 if I remember. So we definitely put some miles on it, that's for sure. 1 mile left. I figured right about Longmont, but we're past Longmont, so. There it is, 100,000 miles. Pretty cool. Although technically it's probably 99,500 because of the error for my wheel, but hey, still cool. 100,000. I've never taken a bike to that, so cool. Hey, recording. Denver, big building. Slow down. City traffic. I'm probably about to trigger some of y'all because I'm talking to you on my GoPro while in traffic. Sorry. You'll get over it. And the lovely people of Denver welcome you. Or as Al Rowe should say, the lovely people of Denver welcome you to traffic. Big city, what are you gonna do? I mean, yep, it's traffic, it sucks. It is what it is. At least we're not damn near stopped like we were earlier, so. Lemonade. Matt's holding on back there. Bay's getting a little toasty. God, I know I am. That's okay. Got my good friend H2O to keep me company. Well, you know, it's another year and Clutch is in Denver again on the bike. I thought about Revzilia, but I want to buy some cleaner for my bike, so we're going to hit up Performance Cycle, which is a pretty solid shop here in Denver, for sure. I mean, obviously check out Revzilla because they got like the Dumb and Dumber bike and all that stuff there, but Performance cycle ain't no ham on rye. Brake. Give me some neutral. There we go. And that's why we keep a good following distance, kids. Gives us time to react. Give you one quick view of Denver here. Give me some neutral, give me some fan. All right, check in later. Okay. We're just about there. I know you can't see it because, but there in the distance there on the right, there's Pikes Peak. It's covered by haze, and frankly, I know you can't see it with the GoPro, but it's there. We see in Pikes Peak, you know you're close to Colorado Springs, so just about the monument. Which, by the way, if you're in an area where tollways are free for motorcyclists, I would take full advantage and use it. Absolutely. Because it's awesome. You can just kind of get away from all the crazy traffic and just kind of go and relax a little bit. If you can, you know, on a road. But even if the traffic ain't bad, I would take full advantage of it, because we definitely are. Yeah, there's risks, like you might be behind somebody that does the speed limit, or get behind someone who just apparently decided they want to go down the toll or the expressway. That's what's going on in northern Colorado right now, because they're all free. So you get all these guys who are like, oh, I want to do the tollway, I want to do the express lane, it's free. Now, that's the key of the express lane. No, hammer. I say hammer till you catch up to somebody. And that was Monument Hill, my friends. Alright, well, I'll check in with you later.